Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Friday, January 19th, 2024. We go to the African Union, where they send a former president to calm tensions. The African Union is pulling out all stops to prevent the escalating tensions between Ethiopia and Somalia. These two countries preventing spiraling into a full blown war. The African Union's Peace and Security Council has sent former Nigerian President Obasanjo for negotiation efforts. The two neighboring countries have had growing tensions that came after the self declared region of Somaliland signed an agreement with Ethiopia back on January 1st. Ethiopia control over a port and a military base was also into the agreement. Last week, Somalia declared its readiness to go to war over the memorandum of understanding that was signed between Somaliland and Ethiopia. By allowing Ethiopia access to its territory, Somaliland hopes to gain status as an independent state, a claim that has been asserted since 1991 when they first broke away from Somalia. The African Union considers Somaliland a province of Somalia, and Somalia has declared that it will not engage in any discussions with Ethiopia until Ethiopia reverses its agreement with Somaliland. Those in the African Union or of the African Union, let us know on if you feel that sending former Nigerian President Obasanjo to calm tensions between the two leaders of the two sovereign states. Also, let us know on where you think this is going and how long this is going to drag out. Let's go to Sierra Leone, where a former president has left the country. On Friday, Sierra Leone's former president, Ernest Koroma, left for Nigeria for medical treatment. Despite being due to stand trial for his alleged role in a coup last year, Ernest Koroma was given permission to leave the country by the High Court on Wednesday.
A gag order has been given against me, and I'll stay with what the court says. But in any event, bail has been granted and reconsidered, and the client has been allowed to travel.
Sierra Leone's current president has called this a humanitarian gesture, quote unquote. His treason trial is due to start in March, and the permission granted to leave the country is due to not exceed for more than 90 days. Mr. Koroma led Sierra Leone for 11 years until 2018. A Nigerian presidential jet was seen carrying the former president leaving Freetown Friday afternoon. Those in Sierra Leone, let us know on how you feel about a alleged coup attempt leader leaving the country. Do you feel that he will come back within 90 days? Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. We go to Guyana, where the government is looking to arrest citizens' illegal weapons. The Guyanese government says it's not considering any amnesty for people with illegal guns, saying that it does not believe that the initiative would be a success. The vice president of Guyana, at a news conference on Thursday, said that the current administration would instead seek to step up enforcement efforts. He told reporters that the previous administration had implemented a gun amnesty that wasn't successful and believed that people who possess guns illegally would not surrender those firearms, even if there was an amnesty. An amnesty is an official pardon for people who have been convicted of political offenses.
In relation to gun crimes and the holding and having of illegal guns, we are not going to be doing any amnesty. Those who have guns and shouldn't have them should perhaps walk into the nearest police station and give them up, or put them somewhere where they could be given up. You're not supposed to have any illegal gun. The question of having an illegal gun, in most instances, has nothing to do with being somebody in the bush and wanting to shoot wild hogs or whatever, or to get protein to food. It has to do with criminal activity. It has to do with criminal activity. If you have an illegal gun, pass by the police station, put it in a bag, and throw it in the yard.
Figures show that in 2023, Guyana had a total of 149 illegal firearms that were taken off of the streets. Investigators found that the illegal firearms are imported into the country almost exclusively. Those in Guyana, let us know your thoughts on the government not looking to give a pardon to individuals possessing illegal firearms. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from no particular African nation and or ethnic group, and it reads, every misfortune is a blessing. Once again, every misfortune is a blessing, African proverb. There's two ways that you could take this. You could say yes, or you could say no, because should you get your car repossessed?
Can't do that. You gotta let me take it.
Let me get my tires out.
Hey, if you'll give me the keys, I'll let you get whatever you need out of it.
For taking a car that you couldn't afford, that will never be a blessing. Going out to your vehicle before work and seeing that it's not there, nothing. What's the blessing coming from that? Also, having unprotected intercourse with a woman that you don't know from nowhere, and then contracting HIV or herpes. What blessing comes from that? So take this with a grain of salt, is what they say in the West. Please consider all risks. Do not risk it all for something that doesn't have a high reward. Even if it does have a high reward, just very, 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 very pay very much attention to all possibilities. That's just me. I mean, you let me know on your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.